Tonight on CTV News, we take a look at the new Homecoming 5K. Then, later on, we have a look at the growing project's new food truck.
After that, we have highlights from this weekend's football game, a review of the new movie It, and an inside look at dog parks in Fort Collins. All this and more starting now on CTV News.
Good evening and thanks for tuning in to CTV News. I'm Stuart Smith.
I'm Tatiana Parafiniuk-Talesnick. Roughly 75 females nationwide entered and completed the Marine Corps Officer Candidate School Program, or also known as OCS, this past summer, including 2 Colorado State University students. Cindy Merckx and Caitlin Derrick are the first females to complete the program from Colorado State University since 2011. Participants in OCS complete either a 10-week program over the course of 1 summer or 2 6-week programs over the course of 2 summers. According to the captain, Ryan Hart, the selection process of the Marine Corps Officer Program participants are placed through a rigorous training process. Hart told the Collegian that it is one of the most physically, mentally, and morally challenging leadership schools in the world. Derrick grew up in a military family and from a young age was inspired by having a military career. Derrick finished out the 10-week program and described her graduation as a great sense of accomplishment and something that made her feel very strong and confident. Merkins, after finishing OCS training, also described her graduation as a very surreal event, adding that she cried during the ceremony. Merkins added, "While the program is difficult, it should not stop other women from pursuing it."
While Colorado State University has continued to increase the number of students admitted in recent years, student housing has struggled to keep up. And now, some complexes face growing waitlists. According to Tony Miyamoto, Director of Communications for Student Affairs, after CSU's newest on-campus apartment complex, Aggie Village, opened in 2016, hundreds of students were unable to immediately secure a space in the village. If they applied after February 1st, Aggie Village was built by CSU in order to offer an on-campus living option. Because of its popularity, the apartment complex denied housing to many students. Those who were not able to secure a unit for the apartments were given a few options: be placed on the Aggie waitlist in case space opened up later, cancel their application and receive a full refund of their deposit, move their application to another semester, or transfer their deposit to the residence halls where space was guaranteed. Rams Village, located less than a mile west of CSU, also dealt with a waitlist, but not of the same caliber. The waitlist size for different bedroom units did not exceed the number of units available, and only around 10 groups did not get a unit. The apartment complex established a waitlist in order to give its current residents time to renew their lease. Another apartment complex geared to CSU students, State On-Campus Apartments, avoids the issue of waitlisting by stopping the signing of leases once a type of unit fills up. For more information, please visit housing.colorado.edu.
Colorado State University will conduct premier research on ducks and other waterfowl birds. The Fish, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology Department at Colorado State University received a new position called the James C. Kennedy Endowed Chair of Wetland and Waterfowl Conservation. David Coons, who holds a doctorate in wildlife science, began the position in July. In this role, Coons will conduct wetland and waterfowl research in the Central Flyaway area, a region of the Americas that contains bird migration paths. This is the first endowed chair for this purpose in the Central Flyaway region. Coons was hired to fill the chair position by a group of faculty members, including Kenneth Wilson, professor and department head for College of Natural Resources, who has high hopes for what the chair will accomplish. Before coming to CSU, Coons was a population ecologist, studying the changes in the abundances of various animal populations and how environmental factors affected them at CSU. He works with students to focus on specific species in danger of extinction, like the duck species lesser scaup, as well as other large-scale population changes in waterfowl species. He currently has 1 postdoctoral student, 2 doctoral students, and 1 master's student starting on these projects.
With the Homecoming 5K in a month, it's time for most people to start their training. However, if you're planning for it, you may want to adjust the way you go about it.
When you line up with the Homecoming 5K this year, be prepared for a different race. The Department of Health and Exercise Science here at CSU has decided that the final events at Hughes Stadium will be the Homecoming 5K. Typically, the Homecoming 5K has been held on the CSU campus, starting in the Oval, wrapping around campus, going south on Shield Street, and then coming right back to the Oval. It's a very fast course. The new course at Hughes will not be the same. The Department of Health and Exercise Science has said that they are hoping that the new course will give people more of a cross-country feel than the old course. The new course will start in the field where people have been tailgating at Hughes Stadium for years, and it will wrap around it twice. It will then run around Hughes Stadium through the back, and then go down south of the stadium, and then wrap back up north, and finish right in front of the stadium. For a lot of people, the new course will be a welcome change. However, for many more serious runners, they're not so happy about it. Here's Jake Worrell, a ranking member of the CSU Striders Running Club.
Super dusty out there. Everything's kind of dead. It's not as accessible for students to get to. It's not as fast either. People want to run fast. People want to run, like 15 minutes, 16 minutes, maybe under 15 if you're that type of person. They just want to, run fast and stop, doing it on the cross-country course by Hughes just as slow.
Fortunately for Jake and his friends, the course will go back to its original after this year.
Last night was all about food, music, and fun at the Hope Farm. The event hosted by the Growing Project was called Food Truck on the Farm. The Growing Project is a nonprofit organization that works to promote local agriculture. Community members of all ages were encouraged to bike to Hope Farm to celebrate a successful growing season. Although the entrance was free, there was food for purchase and beer for donation. These donations go directly to the Growing Project's Youth Growing Program. The event also featured live music and a tour of the farm. Overall, it was a relaxing night and a great way to celebrate the end of summer. If you're interested in learning more about this organization, visit www.thegrowingproject.org. But let's take it to our live reporter, Nicole Parra.
We don't have live right now, so we're just going to go ahead.
Well, that will wrap it up for news, but Zach Trombetta is here with the full weather forecast. Then later on, we have sports and entertainment.